Good evening, folks. I had a couple requests for nodes and how to use them, how to start them up, start this whole big web of slave work, because that's what this game's all about. Um, the very basic thing to know is you can set up a slave, set them up to get something such as potatoes or trees, anything that these nodes can offer to you. You have to start at a town, connect a node out, such as if we were to go to the coast here, we'd want to insert a contribution, and depending on the node, it can cost anywhere between 1 and 5 contribution. We'll go over how to get contribution in another video. I'll have that link in the description below. Once you have it invested, it'll show up nice and highlighted like this one. You'll see a line from the town or another node connecting it out, and then you'll have this nice yellow ring showing that you have it. Once you have that unlocked, you can click on a node that would be gray from the start out, and you'd have to invest another contribution point. Once you have that invested, you can then place a worker onto it and have them start farming whatever you need, such as potatoes here at Logia Farm. If you don't have any workers, we'll get to how to get in a couple of those in just a moment here. I'll just go over what the best starting nodes are, what we need to start doing that, and how to get more workers. So from here, what I always recommend is you start off at the very first town, which would be Olvia. From there, you can go to Costa Farm and get yourself some grapes. Grapes are a very, high profit item, coming in at about 2,800 right now. You can sell them to the marketplace. You can also make wine with it and other good items. You can get olives, which are in the vegetable category and can be used to make things like stir-fried vegetables and also come in at a decent profit. And these are at both Whale Farm and Costa Farm. If you haven't unlocked these yet, all you need to do is take your character, run over to where the nodes are, and you'll find the node manager. From there, you can make your way over to the Wolf Hill, and you can start getting some lumber if you need the lumber. If not, don't worry about it. Just grab the node, move on to the next one. From there, you can either get the Western Gateway or skip it altogether, or you can go over the coastal and get some iron ore and powder of darkness. Both are relatively decent, depends what you're looking to do. All these are, of course, optional. If you're looking for different things, then you're welcome to get whatever you need. From over here, we have some corn nodes. These are very important for starting up working empires because you can use corn to make beer, and you'll need plenty of beer to keep your workers going. All the way from there, you can stretch around all the stuff around Velia, such as Iwa's Hills and all the farms. They have lots of grains, and this one right here is particularly useful for chicken meat and eggs. We have the Logia farm for some more potatoes used for making beer. We have the forest over here, which is some logs and spirit leaves. Spirit leaves are rather important for alchemy. Of course, you can go around checking all these out yourself. If there's certain things that you need, then grab those first. Otherwise, I wouldn't waste your contribution points on them. Of course, I would always get the chicken meat and eggs, as those are very valuable. From there, you can just kind of make your web, have everything connecting as you need it, pushing it along right through. You can connect it all the way through to Heidel, coming through to get all of these farms, checking out each one of these. My best recommendation is if you're just starting the game, checking out nodes, I would definitely explore the map. Try to uncover as much as you can so you can see what each node offers to you. Things up here, like at the ranch, is fleece and knitting yarn, which is particularly good for leveling up your processing skill. While I make my way down to Heidel to show you where we can get some workers, I'll just go over and show a little overview of the map here, showing all the nodes, how they're connected, and what they can do. As you can see, I have my nodes connected right out from Moretti to Eastern Gateway to the Castle Ruins. These are nodes that I particularly use for certain things, such as flax. One of the more potent nodes are these excavation sites. as they provide traces of earth and traces of chaos, which are used for alchemy and are rather hard to come by otherwise. For each of these that you have connected, so if we have Heidel connected to Altanova over here, if we do trade runs, that increases our profit. I'll go over trading in another video as well. From here we have things all the way out here, such as pistachios and some different saps from the trees over there at Gorgo Rock Belt. Again, rather valuable. Some of the more valuable things are way out here in the desert, right next to Valencia. These come in as date palms and pistachios, which are always needed on the market for things like date palm wine and some of the snake stews and whatnot, which are ingredients used for making high-end meals. Alright, we're just gonna flip forward right until we get to Heidel, and I'll show how the workers work. Alright, just making my way into Heidel right now. We'll go check out the worker vendor and check out if we can get any good ones today. Worker vendors require a little bit of investment in energy, but otherwise are fairly cheap. If you're in Heidel, you can come talk to Joe, or you can look up any work supervisor that are in town. Once you chuck Joel over here, you can go into the worker exchange, see if anyone has any, up here listed. These are other players that sell these. The orange rarity ones are the most valuable ones, then it's the professional yellow, and then from there it's skilled. If you're just starting out, anything green or above would work just fine, but obviously you would want something that's yellow or, something good. As you can see, I don't have enough space for workers here, but that's alright. I'll just go through my list. In my list here, I have a couple types of workers. You have the giants. They are the ones that last the longest. They have the most stamina, although their luck stat is rather low compared to something else, such as humans. They also have a longer travel time to get places. They're generally slower, but they last the longest. Goblins here, they have a very fast movement speed, very fast work speed, but a very low luck. These are for... Generally, people use goblins if you can consistently keep them fed, because they will run out of stamina very quickly. And then we have our human slaves right here. They have generally a better luck than most, pretty average work speed and pretty average movement speed. They don't have anything particularly good or bad about them. As you can see on some of these, they have skills on the side. Every time they level up, they can have a chance to learn a new skill. I believe it's every 5 levels. Each of these skills increases work speed, different methods, a chance at returning extra materials while crafting. They do different things. As they level up, they just generally get better. This goblin here is the best that you can get. Once he hits level 30, he'll be all done. There's no more need to touch him. There's nothing else you need to do with him. But if you get a worker that is blue or yellow and you want the chance to make them better, what you can always do is you can go into the promotion information, and when they're not working, so as soon as they come off, you can have a chance to promote them. It takes a full 24 hours. They won't be able to work for those 24 hours. And it has a chance to upgrade them. It's not guaranteed. There's no way to increase the chances. But every 10 levels, they'll have a chance to upgrade. So at 10, 20, and 30, you'll have a chance to upgrade them. And they can stack a total of 3 times. So once you hit 30, you can just have them have a chance. The biggest problem is you can only upgrade 1 at a time. And if after 3 times they don't promote, that's it. They're stuck at the current level that they are. If you can remember, then it's always worth giving it a shot trying to promote them. So from there, you know how to promote them, you know how to feed them, because we've gone over beer a couple times here. But it's a pretty simple process if you don't know how. So I can take 500 beer for them out right now. And as soon as you right click on the beer, you can either individually feed them by clicking on the beer symbol, such as this guy right here, or you can right click and recover all. It'll tell you how many you need and how much stamina is recovered for all of them. And then you just repeat all. And that will continue making them work for the last task that you had them doing. So if you set them to one place, they run out of stamina, they'll just go back home and be done for the day until you feed them again. If you need more space for workers, you can either buy the pearl items for the lodging. Otherwise, you can check out any of the buildings that are in the town here, which also cost contribution points. And you can level them up into lodgings. Lodgings allow you to hire one more worker for that town specifically. When you are placing workers on nodes, the distance from the town that they live in, which is the town that you hired them in, and the distance to the node does affect the work speed because of how fast they can travel. So something to be aware of, as it does matter, but it doesn't matter in the long scheme of things. I would say if you can get lodging in one town but not another, it would not make a difference. Each town has a base of 3 workers that can have in it, so any of these blue marked towns, you can hire 3 workers in it and then expand out further in with the lodges. In blue, I meant this one right here, not the other blue. If there's any other questions that you guys have, please let me know. Hit me up on Discord, message me in game. But I believe for now that should cover the very basics of node management and what you should do to get started.